How we doing, everybody? It's another beautiful day in the Cheesy Moon Workshop. And this little video that I recorded over a week ago, so I'm doing a voiceover because all the dates and events are well behind me. This is a little Kershaw knife that belonged to a fellow at work. That's a little spring assist, Chinese made, serrated, partially serrated Tonto, not sharp at all. I mean, I can abuse myself with this knife and not have to worry about getting cut. So I'm going to tune it up for him. You can see it's a spring assist, but it's super sluggish. And when it finally does take off, you'll see here, it doesn't even lock when you open it up. All right. So I'm going to, disassemble the knife, clean it up, and sharpen the blade. And I'm just going to zip through it so it doesn't take 10 minutes or 15 minutes. I'm going to use my handy dandy little Kershaw branded toolkit here. And we're going to tear it apart and clean it, put it back. We'll tear it apart, clean it, put it back together, then sharpen it. And the end of the story is the fellow Carlos that this knife belonged to was very pleased with the knife. It was sharp again. He joked around, or may have even been serious, that it's not going to be his work knife anymore. He's going to take care of it. But continue to use it as a work knife. I told him to get himself a ceramic rod to tune it up in between sharpenings. He should only have sharpened it once or twice a year, depending on how much he uses it. Okay, so, excuse me, I had to blow some crumbs off me. While we're doing this for the next 2 or 3 minutes, I'll share a little story with you. Everybody loves Bigfoot. I've told this story before. But years ago, we had a blizzard in central Ohio, and National Guard shut the whole town down. My mom and brothers and sisters lived in a small town 15 or so miles away. Nobody could get food. No one could get fuel. Everybody was pretty well snowed in. So I loaded up my Volkswagen Bug with everything I could find, put on my U.S. Air Force Sub-Zero parka, my trench coat, my bunny boots, threw everything in a duffel bag, and took off. And about halfway there, I get stuck in a snowdrift. So I'm kind of hiking my way through the snow, and I kept hearing this whizzing noise in the snow, and then I heard a little popping sound and get a little bit closer, and then I could the snow and stuff was like flattening out in front of me in a little spot, and then I heard the noise, and then I look over and I see a flash of light, then the sound, then the snow, and I realized that someone was shooting at me. So I ducked down into the snow and kind of hid out a little bit, and I hear the fella screaming, I got him, I shot the Bigfoot. And he yelled it 3 or 4 more times, and then I heard the snowmobile coming closer, and I started screaming and hollering that I wasn't Bigfoot, stop shooting at me. And we all got a good laugh out of that. And then I made it over to my mom's house, and I get there, the lights are on, using kerosene lamps, and the heat was on, using the same kerosene from the kerosene heater. Kids are running around in their underwear. She had a turkey inside of her heating stove that she had partially dismantled, cooking a turkey. Everything was well and good. So that's how I almost died, being mistaken for the Bigfoot. Now you see I've cleaned the knife up, sharpened it up, and my test is if I can whip across the edge of the paper and cut off a nice curly ribbon like this, it's sharp enough for everyday use. Sharp enough I almost cut myself. Well, there you go. One little Kershaw, tuned up, springy, sharp again, and back in action. Until I see you all again, please remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, but above all, have a beautiful day.